Hello everyone, I'm Ananya Sharma and I'm a first year student at VIT Bhopal. Today I will do demo of this terminal based API client. So about the team, this project was made by Ananya Sharma and Ananya Prasad under the Hack the Terminal Hackathon conducted by Geeks for Geeks VIT Bhopal chapter. So let's go over a few terminologies first. So what is an API? API is an application programming interface. It is a software that allows two applications to talk to each other. So basically what happens is that client makes specific HTTP request to the server goes through the process of fulfilling the request, and then server sends back the response along with the status code. Let's break down the HTTP request. So this is what an HTTP request looks like. So it has three main pieces, and the most important ones are the header and the body. So the headers, they are customizable key value pair, and the body is the data. This is the JSON based data that the client sends to the server. And similarly, let's break down the HTTP response body as well. So it looks very similar to the request body, and it is also a text based. It is also text based. It also has text based structure. Sorry, and it has three pieces. So similar to that. So the main important ones. So the most important piece in this is the body. The response body that the server sends back to the client. And what is an API client? So an API client is nothing but an application which makes the API request. So now let's see what the project does. So this project acts as an API client, helping developers make HTTP requests with customizable header to either a remote server or to their own database. So so user can also get back a nicely formatted response showing up in their terminal only. So they don't have to open the browser and then copy paste the URL again and again. So they can get that response in their terminal only. And one more thing that this project can act as, it's that it can act as a playground for a beginner who is understanding how HTTP request and response work. So it can help him/her as well. So the technology, so it's a very easy project, and let's go over through the technology used. So technology, we made use of two NPM modules, yarns and chalk. So chalk was used to increase the aesthetic appeal as well as increase the readability, and yarns was used to take the input from the user. And lastly, this project was completely coded in vanilla JavaScript. So let's move on to the demo now. I have the program open right here. And so we can make various kind of requests, right? So we can make post, put, patch, get, delete. So all of these requests, and every request has a different, and for every request, there's a command. So let's say that we want to make post request. So we would type node app.js here, and then we will write the name of the method, that is post, and then we have to write the name of the method here again, and then we will paste in the URL. Make sure that you paste in the correct URL. And then usually in post request, what we do is that we want server to add on something, right? So to do that, we can actually say say let's data, and then we can specify. So data is an object, okay? So we can specify a title to it, and we can specify the body to it, and then we can hit enter, and then it will display the output. So before doing that, I want you to show other request as well. So other method as well. Sorry. This is the put one. So similar to that, similar to the post, it has put here, and make sure the URL is correct. And the put one does the work of updation. So again, it requires a body, and in order to make that body, we can use this part. Okay. And then to get usually works. Get does not have a body. So as you can see, we don't have a body in here, and we specify the get method. Okay. So then delete does not have a body. Make sure the URL is correct, and so it will work as well. And then list all. Yes, list all is actually another feature in this. So list all helps us list all the requests that we have made so far. So we can also keep track of the requests that we have made so far. So list all helps us do that. And suppose that you only want put request. Suppose that you only want put request. So for that, you can use list, and then you can add post or put or whatever you want. So you can do that. So let's run this first of all. So yeah, so you see, I made 2 post requests and it shows up like that. And that for, yes, I can do that for list as well. So list all. So here's all the requests that I have made so far. So you can see it's all there. And let's clear my terminal first. And I'm using VS Code terminal. You can use whatever terminal you want. It's up to you. And let's just, okay. One more thing, the authorization here, the header. So I said about I said that the header, sorry, I said that the header is customizable, right? So how can you do that? So suppose you want to add an authorization token to the header. So in order to do that, you can, so let's just say that we are making a GET request and we want the header to be authorized. So we can do that by using this command. So here you can see we did that, and then we can fire it off, and then it will give us the response. So you can see this is the header. This is the data that has been sent back. So we requested for this data and we got it. And then you can see here is my authorization key. So that's how it works. And there are few ideas that I have that we can add on to this project, which is we can modify the filter feature to the response sent. So right now we are getting everything in the response. Like you can see that we are getting everything, header and config, everything. So suppose that we only want the data. We don't want header. We don't want to see what's written in the header. So we can customize our function to do that as well. And lastly, we can also add the delete feature so that we can delete all the previous requests that we have made so far. Now, where can you find this project? You can find this project on this GitHub link. And so that's all. Thank you.